All right, everybody, welcome to the show, Straight Talk, Uncensored. Tonight we're going to change it up a little bit because I thought it was uh, necessary to talk about what is going on economically speaking worldwide and the catastrophe that I am seeing forming, that I am seeing taking shape, and that it's going to be devastating. To cut to the chase, it's going to be it's going to be a tidal wave of economic destruction worldwide that you have never seen before. Not since the 2008 bubble in the housing market, the 1990s in the stock market when that's supposed to have crashed, or anything else for that matter. Uh, it's just going to be devastating. So, what I want to focus in tonight uh, is the relevance of history because it states that history repeats itself. And if we go back far enough, we'll be able to see that history does repeat itself. That what I am going to present tonight is all of the evidence that I feel that you guys need in order to make an intelligent decision one way or the other, and to be able to be prepared to take advantage of what is happening. Now, as far as that goes, I am not too uh, shy about my thoughts about this because right now, I'm feeling good about what is going on, and but 9 times out of 10, I have everything lined up. I have good feelings about what I'm about to present. The facts. I don't care about my feelings. I don't care about my emotions or anything like that. But the facts. So, with that being said, I really want to focus in on what needs to be done, what needs to be said, so that we can have some type of intelligible conversation and or analysis as to what is going on. Excuse me, and that it is important to understand history because when you know the past, you can understand the present and predict the future. So what I'm going to do right now, if you guys can just hold off for a second, I'm going to look up something on my computer that I did not relate to too much. Uh, hold on. So there, I'm going to look for something on my other computer that I did not include um, in this broadcast. Do right now. Take a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, rather. I will be here speaking to you, but I just want to make sure that I got all of the evidence beforehand, uh, so that I can really get into what I want to get into tonight. So let me put this over here. So um, so tonight, like I was saying, there's a serious fallout that's going to be happening that I am seeing on the economic horizon. A storm, a tidal wave of destruction that's going to be leaving this world in utter economic destruction. Now, you think that the 1929 bubble and stock market crash really put a lot of people out of work? You have done and have seen nothing as of yet. Hold on. And the reason why I am saying that is because there's one particular company that is now on the verge of getting control of the crypto market, better known as BlackRock and all of its associated companies that are under the control under the control of BlackRock, and they have a aggregate net worth in value of some $12 trillion, trillion with a T, not billion, but trillion. So as soon as I can get this up and going, I can cut this other one off. Okay, so hold on for bear with me for a minute. But what I want people to understand is that the market can make you a lot of money, and you have to get in and get out and laugh your way to the bank. Now, if you don't do that, then what's going to happen is that you're going to live probably with a lot of regret that you did not get out when you're supposed to have gotten out. And that takes financial wisdom to be able to see when you can get out and laugh your way to the bank. Now, one of the things that I know is going to happen is that we're going to have another, here we go, we're going to have another stock market crash that is beyond this world conception and beyond this world's ability to understand. And I'm talking about tens of millions worldwide, if not over 1 billion people being out of work, whatever the case may be. But it's going to affect a lot of people. And I'm saying that because this particular company, BlackRock, has its hands, its fingers within the economic jar of the world. It is politically and economically connected beyond your wildest dreams. And this guy by the name of Larry Fink and his cohort or buddy or the people who created BlackRock are truly gaming on the world, man. And they are about to make some serious money, trillions of dollars. But I'm trying to get this back over to where I know I can find it. But once again, it is so crucial that if you're going to play the crypto market, you got to get in and get out. You can't keep looking at the stock price. You go to $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $900,000. When you get in, get out. Please get out because it's so vital to take your money and run and put it into a more safer environment like gold, silver, platinum. These things are real money. It's not the crypto. It's not Bitcoin, not XRP. I don't give a damn how nice they try to make it, how nice they try to present it. It's still some bullshit. Take me and my word to the bank. We are getting fattened up for the kill. And I truly don't want to see anyone who perhaps have thought about investing in the crypto market. Yeah, hell, even in the stock market, you have to be able to see what's coming. I'm having problems with getting this up and running. But anyway, if push comes to shove, I'm just gonna have to present it the way that it is right now. So let's see. I don't know why it's not taking. But anyway, we're gonna have to try to do without at least I can see it on the other computer, and we can really get into the nuts and bolts of what this is and what it is not. So again, I'm going to be presenting some videos of what this means and why it is so critical to understand the past so you can understand the present and predict the future. It is not very hard. Uh, okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to run a couple of videos and allow that to be played out while I'm trying to do this as well. So let me go right to the share screen. We can bring that up and we can get jiggy with it right quick. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to run my first video. Hold on, let me see, make sure it's done correctly. This one is called BlackRock, and the title is BlackRock's $1 billion Bitcoin and Ripple or XRP conspiracy in 2024. I'm going to play that, and then I'll be right back.
BlackRock is manipulating the prices of Bitcoin and XRP, and they are coming for all of your crypto. And their plan doesn't end there. They plan to dominate every single financial market in existence today. Does this sound like a future that you want? If not, listen closely. This is the BlackRock conspiracy. You see, BlackRock has a long history of monopolizing financial markets, and it all begun back in 2008. During the 2008 meltdown, when the government bailed out all major banks, including Bear Stearns, Fannie Mae, the Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and many others, who did they hire to clean up the mess? An enormous financial firm known as BlackRock, which of course is run by a very well-known billionaire, Larry Fink. BlackRock was awarded these government contracts with no competitive bidding, and the entire process was completely secret from the public. So basically, the government hired BlackRock to bail out all of the major banks, which BlackRock is a key stakeholder in. Talk about conflict of interest. And this, of course, made Larry Fink the most powerful man in the post-bailout economy. And now, fast forward to the 2020 pandemic, the Federal Reserve enacts a massive scheme to buy corporate bonds. And who do you think they hired to enact this massive scandal? You guessed it, BlackRock. This was once again a massive bailout that virtually nobody was talking about at the time, and even still today, most people don't fully understand. They essentially bought back all of the debt from all of these failing organizations during the pandemic once again. And as we've come to learn, the corporations that BlackRock helped bail out this time around were once again companies that they had controlling stakes within. Larry Fink was by far the most powerful man in the post-bailout economy, and now he is the most influential man in the post-pandemic economy as well. And despite his incredible influence and power, most people in the world have never even heard of him. And right under everyone...
Stop saying you stand
Hold on.
with us, even though you want to spend 15 seconds to help my family.
Everyone's knows, Larry Fink has now started the purchase of single-family homes. And after the last 30 years of building BlackRock, Larry Fink has accumulated more than $10 trillion under management. And BlackRock has controlling stakes in some of the largest companies in the world, including Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, and even Google. And to put their $10 trillion under perspective, the top 300 pension funds in the world don't even have $6 trillion under management. And as it stands today, BlackRock controls nearly 50% of the global US GDP. This is BlackRock, the company that owns the world that is coming for your crypto. BlackRock has some incredibly impressive stats. Back in 2014, they were the largest financial institution in the world with more than $4 trillion under management, which was bigger than the Imperial Bank of China at $3 trillion. Fast forward just 7 years later, then BlackRock had more than $9 trillion under management, and today they have surpassed $10 trillion. And these days, BlackRock has their hands in virtually everything, whether it's the banking sector, technology stocks, real estate, or cryptocurrency. You see, BlackRock is threatened by what crypto stands for, which is decentralization. This completely takes away all of the power from financial institutions and banks, which of course BlackRock owns. And so what does BlackRock do to counteract this? Well, they create a product that is part of the banking industry that swallows cryptocurrency whole. ETFs. Now, what is an exchange traded fund? Well, it's a type of investment fund that is also an exchange traded product. It is traded on stock exchanges, and ETFs own financial assets such as stocks, bonds, and now cryptocurrencies. When crypto was invented by Satoshi Nakamoto, he had one single goal in mind. And that goal was to take power away from the financial elites such as BlackRock. And Larry Fink realized this, so he grabbed Bitcoin and he made it part of his financial world so that he could control it. And after just a few short months of BlackRock having their Bitcoin ETF, they have surpassed every single other company and organization in terms of Bitcoin holdings. They have more than 250,000 Bitcoin. And with their current rate of Bitcoin accumulation, BlackRock will own 20% of all Bitcoin that is currently circulating in 1 year. And this will give them more than enough of a controlling stake to completely own the entire crypto market. And well, it doesn't end there. Bitcoin ETFs are just the start. Soon there will be Ethereum ETFs, XRP ETFs, Solana ETFs, you name it. And while these ETFs may bring short-term hype and speculation to the markets, which will boost up prices, as we saw with the Bitcoin ETF, the long-term effects are very drastic. Just one bad press run from all of the news media organizations that BlackRock owns, and the entire crypto market will be in complete shambles. And the worst part, BlackRock's going to benefit immensely from this. You see, every single time that somebody buys or sells a BlackRock Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency ETF, there are massive fees on those transactions. And by making you panic sell or FOMO in and buy your cryptocurrency through an ETF, they are making so much money off of the transaction that they don't care where the price of the asset actually goes. You see, they are winning by providing you the investment tool, but where the price of the asset actually goes means nothing to them. So BlackRock is sure to leverage this for years to come until somebody puts a stop to it. And unfortunately, as we've learned, the US government is most definitely not going to be the person to do that. So how exactly can we fight against BlackRock? Well, I'm going to get into that very soon, but first, we need to talk about a very important concept called circular ownership. You see, sometimes BlackRock doesn't own a company outright, but instead they hold shares of a company that holds the company that they want to own. This allows them to have extreme levels of leverage without even having to directly hold the company they want leverage over. And at the same time, it makes it really hard to pinpoint anything back to BlackRock because you don't see their name on the list of shareholders. And so this is why we need to attack at the belly of the beast. For if we take BlackRock out of the equation and we ruin their bottom line, nothing else is going to matter outside of that. These banks include JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup. And then from there, you want to take complete self-custody of all of your cryptocurrencies. Don't even hold them on an exchange because those are once again centralized. This battle won't be easy because BlackRock's tendrils run deep. They run through virtually every single organization and company that exists in America today, and the US government is only making the problem worse every single time they request a bailout that, of course, is ran by BlackRock itself. Until we start taking action as a society, nothing is going to get better. So it's important that we all group together today and we take decisive action together. If you want a bright future for your family, your friends, or your children, this is absolutely crucial. So, what are your thoughts on BlackRock's international monopoly, and what do you think the future looks like for humanity? If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for future uploads, and join my Discord community where we talk every single day about crypto and other fun topics. Peace out.
All right, now you're beginning to see the buildup is what I'm trying to say. It reminds me of AT&T when they had a monopoly on the telephone industry back in the 70s, something. My whole family were talking about it. And MCI, which was the challenging telephone company that was trying to break into the telephone market, did what was necessary to do, to file a complaint with the SEC for monopoly. And they won, to make a long story short, and MCI went from mere pennies, well over $150 a share. But make a long story short, they ended up going bankrupt later on, like years later. But the story is still the same. This BlackRock has tentacles that run deep within the economy of America. And this is why it's so scary, because and they do have control of the crypto market, and they're going to have control of the XRP, which means they making money, as this guy was saying in the video, that they don't give a damn whether you make money or lose money. They make money buying and selling crypto, and they have it within themselves to make sure that they are on point to have control of that crypto market through the BIS, Bank of International Settlement. Now the thing is that XRP versus, if I'm not mistaken, Bitcoin, the settlement transaction for Bitcoin takes about 10 minutes. For XRP, it takes 5 seconds. That's a big difference. Big difference. And this is the reason why Larry Fink and his boys are going all around the world making sure that everybody's online and on point to make XRP, the Bank of International Settlement, the currency, so to speak, of Bank of International Settlement that they can run. There's no dollar, there's no yen, there's no yuan, there's nothing. Paper money is out of the question and out of the equation with BlackRock. So if you can see it by now, you should be able to see that this is a monopoly, illegal. They can't do it, but due to their connection, not only in America, but worldwide, we're going to see a serious pumping of the crypto market. It might be all of them. It might be a few of them, like Ethereum or XRP or Bitcoin or Solana, Dogecoin. All of these so-called coins may go through the roof. But at the end of the day, how can, even right now, I just seen Bitcoin was valued at $67,000 a coin. Now, these coins you don't hold in your hand. These are digital coins. It's not like gold bars, gold coins, silver bars, silver coins, platinum, diamond, things that you can hold in your hand, or real estate that you can touch. These are all digital coins that appear on the ledger between one bank to another, one person to another, one company to another, that they will be able to exact a transaction, financial transaction, within 5 seconds or less. So that's the big difference between Bitcoin and XRP: the availability and the speed in which it can happen. So I think once the crypto highway is really in effect, and that's happening by the end of this year, going into 25 at some point, that the transaction would take place without money, without cash, without gold and silver, even though they're saying that it's been backed by gold and silver, that transaction would take place within seconds, like 2 seconds or less. So the more we use it, the faster the transaction will take place, the better it will be for everyone. Vis-a-vis the words of BlackRock. But I'm not taking it for what they are saying because they have a lock on crypto market. The Bitcoin, as you heard, 250,000 coins. Every time it goes up $1, they make $250,000 times 1,000. That's 250 million times 10,000. That's 2,500,000,000. So you just multiply 250,000 coins by the price. So if it goes up to 10,000 or 100,000 like Bitcoin, now you're talking hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars into the pocket of BlackRock. And I can guarantee you they're not going to hold it for very long. They're going to run it up. This is a scam. This is a Ponzi scam. And this is what I'm saying, and this is what I am seeing. So this is why I say if you have XRP or whatever other coin, if we go to $100, $1,000, get out and put your money into a safe zone of gold and silver, platinum. All right. So we're going to get out of here and go to the next video. Hold on. Yeah, we're going to get out of here and go to the next video. I want to make sure I'm running it the way it should be. Okay, Bitcoin holder must prepare for this. So we're going to run this video. A lot of these videos are very short, so it's not going to take that long to really do this show, but I'll be right back.
Now, while Bitcoin is still holding above this critical level on the price chart on the larger time frames, the price is currently moving towards major resistance here in the short term within this sideways price range, which means the price is also moving closer towards major liquidity to the upside. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment, alongside Ethereum still playing out this short-term bullish divergence, while Solana is just now running into this key area of resistance here in the short term. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off with the 4-day Bitcoin chart, and over the last 1 day, nothing has really changed here on this chart. So getting straight into the 2-day Bitcoin chart, and right now we're still holding above this massive line of previous resistance, now acting as new support, and that's still sitting at just above $65,000. So obviously around 65K, give or take, is still a critical level on this price chart to hold above for the price of Bitcoin to remain bullish here on the larger time frames. But with that being said, getting straight into the daily Bitcoin chart, and right now we're still hanging around this significant area on the price chart, which was previous significant resistance, and we also have a lot of traded volume in this area based on the volume profile indicator, and that's sitting in between around 66.7k to 68.3k approximately. So that is a critical area here in the short term, which means if we start seeing daily candle closes, for example, below that area, in that case we could possibly see a move down towards around 64,500, which is the next area of support support, at least based on this volume profile indicator. But if we see a further breakout confirming a candle close, for example, on the daily time frame above around 69,000 to 69,500, then in that case, the next resistance to watch out for would be sitting closer towards around 72,000, and we could also find some resistance at around 73,500, which is basically the all-time high level. So that's what we're dealing with right now, and of course, we're still seeing a bit of a short-term cool-off, just a slowdown from all of this bullish price action here after this overbought signal confirmed in the daily Bitcoin RSI roughly around a week ago, which I also mentioned over and over again here on the channel. And since then, obviously, it has played out as expected in the form of a short-term cool-off from all of this bullish price action. But with that being said, taking a look at this 4-hour Bitcoin chart, right now the price of Bitcoin is basically just within a
Don't worry about it. I'll explain it.
bit of a sideways price range, chopping around sideways. In terms of the short-term trend is looking very neutral. So the short-term trend is not bullish or bearish. We're going sideways, but of course seeing some volatility in between, some bullish and bearish price action within a sideways price range, basically in between this area of support and this area of resistance. First of all, this area of support is sitting in between around 65,000 to 65.6k, and this area of resistance is sitting in between around 68,500 to 69.1k approximately. So essentially, if you're new to all of this, you can think of this resistance as where a lot of traders are interested in selling Bitcoin, but a lot of traders are interested in buying Bitcoin around this area of support. So for now, that is the situation here in the short term. And if we're looking at this 3-hour Bitcoin chart, we can see here in the RSI that we've lost pretty much all of the momentum to either direction here in the short term. Obviously, previously we were looking bullish in the short term with a lot of bullish momentum, as I discussed back here around 1 to 2 weeks ago. And then roughly around a week ago, we had this new bearish divergence forming, which I mentioned back then here in the short term on the smaller time frames. That basically meant we were losing bullish momentum here in the short term, which is exactly what we saw. We lost that bullish momentum, at least for now, just in the short term, but we also don't really have a lot of bearish momentum. So we have no momentum to either direction, which is why the price is just going sideways with a bit of volatility in between. But there's a good chance that this is just the calm before the storm, because oftentimes when we see a period of basically sideways price action, soon enough another major move will come at some point. And basically, as soon as we break one of these key levels on the charts, that's likely when the next major move will begin. So just prepare for that. And if you want to trade the next major move in the price of Bitcoin, whether it's bullish or bearish, you can make money in either scenario with a long position or a short position, for example. And personally, I take most of my trades over on Bybit, so I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit down below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link down below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is a massive lucky draw happening right now over on Bybit, where you can potentially win some USDT or a new iPhone or Apple Vision Pro, or even up to 100 grams in gold, which is actually quite a lot of gold. That's worth quite a lot of money, and you can win those potential prizes just by simply trading crypto over on Bybit using that link down below this video and entering this lucky draw. So if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out to potentially win some free extra prizes just by trading crypto using that link. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there's also Bitfinex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitfinex, which means if you're in the US or the UK, for example, or another country where you might not be able to access Bybit, you can access Bitfinex. I'll also leave a link to Bitfinex down below this video, and if you use that link, you can get up to a 5.5k deposit bonus, and only if you use that link, you can get an exclusive 10% discount on all trading fees on the Bitfinex exchange forever, but that is only if you use that link below this video to make your Bitfinex account. But with that being said, getting straight into the
Now, what he's saying is there are different ways to predict a stock, and for the life of me, I can't remember how they go about the name that they use. But if you can see on this chart, you see the low and then the high, and they say by the trading, you can catch the dip, and it can probably go back up. And once you reach a certain point, it'll have its low here, and then you go back to it previous or higher point, then you can count on it going back down at some point, and it comes back up, stabilize, come back up, go down, down, and down, and down, almost to where it was when we bought it, and it just goes back up. I forget the name of that, what what they call it, but it's like a graph um, that they use. I'm not one like that. That's not how I would train. I buy low, sell high, and expand on the difference, and just hold on to it because over time you will make money. Uh, but if you can see here, they are predicting a $76,000 price for Bitcoin. ¿Qué pasó? Uh,
que estaba
no,
lleno.
I don't.
Sí, pero yo estoy buscando porque yo sé, voy rodando, pensé que estaba vacío.
No, no. So you can see they have a $76,000 price for Bitcoin, going all the way down to where it might be at right now. So this is, to me, it's my gut feeling. And in the previous video, they talk about BlackRock being involved and what the cause of the 2008 meltdown in real estate in America. They made a killing. That should be treason. That should be scandalous. That should be illegal. But due to their connections, they got away. And in getting away with all of that wealth, when no bank failed, the U.S. government turned to them and say, "Hey, come on in and try to clean this up. We're with you. Nothing's going to happen." That's the trick bag, so to speak. Hold on, let me get out of here. So that's the trick bag there. And this is the guy. This is Larry Fink, who started BlackRock in '88 with a couple of friends and a $5 million investment. And the stock market crashed before then. In the '90s, they were involved in that. Hold on, I'm sorry. There's a lot of noise. Hold on. So they were behind the bubble of the real estate in 2008. They were behind for the stock market crash in 2000 and I'm sorry, 1998 and whatever. But I just was lucky enough to find what I was looking for before, and so we're gonna go to that right now, and you'll be able to see. Oh, hold on, you'll be able to see that. Okay, now you see that. The history of the stock market crashes. In 1929, it went down 86%. It lasted for 23 months, almost 2 years, but the recovery was 129%. The Fed tightened in 1937. The market went down 60%. It lasted 12, 24. What is that? How many years is that? 49 months. Well, I mean, yeah, 12, 24, 36, 4 years, and bounced back 158, the recovery. Somebody make the fucking money. Post World War II, the market went down 30%. It lasted 85 months. Now, I remember that you have the beginning of the vets coming home from World War II. The black veterans weren't getting the same as the white veterans as far as the veteran loans and homes and all of that. That black people were shut out from that. It lasted 85 months. And remember, Franklin Delano Roosevelt stayed in office for 16 years. So I don't know what 10, oh shit, 12, 24, 8, oh, I don't know how many months that is. But anybody in the comment can 80 it lasted that period lasted 85 months. I don't know how many years that is. And the recovery was 267%. Eisenhower recession. It went down, the stock market crashed and went down 22%. It lasted 13 months. The recovery, 39%. The crash at 62 went down 28 and 66, 22. Tech crash 70, 36. Stagflation 48. 1987 crash 34. The tech bubble 49. 2008 financial crisis and a corona crisis. They don't have any figures on that, but you can see all of the recovery from the one in 1929, 129%, to the 2008 crisis. I don't even know how many years is that. 12 divided by what, 10, 13 years, feel like 14 years, somewhere around there. I'm going to assume the recovery, and the recovery was 326%. So you can see that somebody's influencing the market. And hold on, let me get out of here because I don't really need the Facebook. Somebody's making the money, and it ain't me, it ain't you, it ain't the normal Joe Blow on on um, on Main Street. It's the Wall Street people and the bankers. And remember, in Iceland, the Iceland government took over the bank and put the bankers in jail. They they forgave all of the people's mortgages because in reality the banks don't have money to give you. So how are they going to be charging you interest on money that they don't have? And so Iceland took it upon themselves to not only eradicate the mortgages and all of that, but to arrest the bankers, if you can understand that. Uh, so hold on, I want to make sure I do this in sequence. So these are the companies that BlackRock owns, and these are very well known. I don't know if hold on, let me see if I can bring that up a little bit without losing the without losing the clarity. So that's about as far as I can take it. Pepsi Cola, Nestle on Nescafe. What does that say? Banca coffee. Well, you can pretty much make it out. Dana, Mars, Mondelez, Associated British Food, Kellogg, General Mills, Pepsi Cola. All these well-known brands, it falls under BlackRock, which lend to the AUM assets under management of $12 trillion, and they are on point to reach $20 trillion over the next 5 years. All right. Here's another one. It's not complete like the other one, but hold on. Let me go back. Fidelity. That's not the Fidelity National. Oh shit! I don't know. That might be Fidelity Brokers. I don't know. Dow, Microsoft, Amazon, PayPal, Walmart, Ford Motor, Facebook, Tesla, Chevron. All of these companies fall under the assets under management, the AUM of BlackRock. Now, this is interesting. This is what I am saying that's going to happen with the crypto market. They're going to be like the tulip bulb craze that took place in the 1600s. Here, the tulip mania, the Wikipedia, tulip mania, which happened in the Dutch country, was a period during the Dutch Golden Age when contract prices for some bulbs, the tulip bulb, of the recently introduced and fashionable tulip reached extraordinarily high level. The major acceleration started in 1634 and then dramatically collapsed in 37, 3 years later. These things have no value, just like crypto has no fucking value. It is another form of the tulip mania bulb craze. And this is why you got to be so careful. When this kicks off, and I truly believe that um, BlackRock was involved in testing Bitcoin when it was 0.0000009, and they were able to test it to see how uh, receptive people would be to it. So now people are receptive. Excuse me, people are receptive to it. So why not add another one and making it the primary ledger of which all Bank of International Settlements uh, 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 perform and use. So this is gaining ground worldwide, globally. And guess who's in on pulling the strings? BlackRock. So let me get out of here. So here you said this is a news article. It just came out October 23rd, really a year and a couple of days ago. So I'm going to read a little bit of it. It says BlackRock and JP Morgan are quietly laying the groundwork for the next Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and crypto price bull run. This is the bullshit run. They're gaming us. They're pumping us. And the thing about it is that on Bybit, a lot of people were able to get out at the price of $37,000 per coin for XRP. Now, if it's a universal coin, why isn't it showing up on my crypto account, Kraken, or Sister Cassie's account, Coinbase, or any other one? And it seems as though we are being fucking played with. So let me read this a little bit. It says Bitcoin and Ethereum, XRP, and other major cryptos have been primed for the kill, for the pumping, for a huge BlackRock-led earthquake this month. So it didn't happen. So they're priming it up still. The Bitcoin price has swung wildly this week, temporarily boosting other major coins, including Ethereum and XRP, due after a false report that BlackRock's closely watched spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund ETF application had been approved, went viral, and was picked up by the likes of Reuters and Bloomberg. Meanwhile, BlackRock has become the first Wall Street giant to use JP Morgan blockchain-based collateral settlement system, part of a plan that BlackRock chief executive has said will usher in the next generation of bull market. Bitcoin's historical halving that's expected to cause crypto price chaos is just around the corner. So this is lending credibility to what I'm saying. We're being set up for the kill. And this is a Ponzi scheme. There's no motherfucking way in the world, and I'm just using common sense, even though they are saying that crypto is backed, the XRP is backed by gold and silver. Why the fuck does it need to be backed by gold and silver? The real currency of the world has always been gold, has always been silver. So what the fuck are you talking about? There's no coin that you can hold in your hand called XRP. And if you could, it'd be worthless because it's only worth what the next fucking fool is going to pay for it. So let me get out of here and go on to the next one. Now this is Larry Fink. So this is 6 minutes long, 7 minutes long, I'm sorry, almost. We're just gonna listen to what he's saying. It says BlackRock is quietly preparing for the next crypto bull run. Yeah, they setting it up. Let's see what he said.
I see huge opportunities in a digitized crypto blockchain related currency. And that's where I think it's going. And that's going to create some big winners and some big losers.
BlackRock and Fidelity are quietly laying the groundwork for the next crypto bull run. And there's a $14 trillion earthquake coming with Fidelity.
Now, I did not see the video yet. Fidelity, my brokerage account, is with them. Ain't that a bitch? Hold on.
Fidelity, who manages about 4.5 trillion in assets under management, and BlackRock, who manages about 9.5 trillion in assets under management. And Larry Fink wrote in his annual letter to shareholders, very interesting developments are happening in the digital asset space. And because of this belief, BlackRock has been a very big investor in the crypto and blockchain space, being the second largest investor in blockchain when it comes to public companies. And obviously, their FTX investment didn't turn out that great.
BlackRock had an investment in FTX, $24 million in a fund of funds. $24 million. Yeah, it was in a it was not in the core part of our business. Okay, so what do you think happened there? And then I want to talk.
But they're still here, and so is Fidelity. Fidelity Crypto quietly went live, giving 37 million of their customers access to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we also see that Fidelity Digital Assets is growing their team. And on their website, there are several crypto and digital asset job listings. And the funny thing about these companies is that they have been building their crypto products during a brutal crypto winter where nearly $2 trillion evaporated from this industry. Most people ran away, but BlackRock and Fidelity doubled down.
If you believe that the fundamentals of a long-term case are really strong, when everybody else is dipping, that's the time to double down and just dive extra hard into it. And that's usually the right move.
And if we look back at BlackRock, they partnered with Coinbase so that they could provide crypto to their clients. And this happened in August of 2022. This was a time where there was extreme fear in the crypto market. Everyone left, but the wealthiest and smartest people, they stayed. And this isn't new. BlackRock and Fidelity didn't just enter the crypto space recently. They have been here for a long time. On Fidelity's website, it says it loud and clear. In 2014, Fidelity began mining Bitcoin. This is mind-boggling. These companies have been here all along, through the ups and downs. And if you have been here over the last 6 to 12 months, I want to give you a round of applause because the last 6 to 12 months were very scary times, but some of the most important times to be in the crypto market. But even if you're just entering into the crypto space today and you're just finding out about this right now in this video, you can make the case you're still here at a good time. Because historically, 500 days before the Bitcoin halving and 500 days after the Bitcoin halving have been some of the most important times in Bitcoin history. And right now, we are 393 days away from the Bitcoin halving that will happen in April 2024, where the Bitcoin reward will go from 6.25 coins per block to 3.125 coins per block. So we're less than 500 days away. And if we look at history, in 2012, there was a run-up prior to the halving, and then after, there was an explosion. And then again, in 2016, 500 days before the halving, there was a run-up in the Bitcoin price, and then after the halving, there was an explosion in the price of Bitcoin. And then again, in 2020, a run-up 500 days before the halving, and then after the halving, 500 days after, an explosion in the price of Bitcoin. And here we are again. We are less than 500 days from the Bitcoin halving. And over the last few weeks, Bitcoin has been doing very well. So the narrative is playing out for now. But it's important to note that past performance is no guarantee of future results. Maybe this time around, we don't see this explosive growth. When it comes to crypto, it is a new asset class, and also there are no guarantees. It's all a probability. And for the sake of this video, even if Bitcoin does shoot up to 80K, 100K or more, it likely won't happen without any volatility. Let's look at Bitcoin's run up from about 6K to 68, 69K during the previous bull run. It wasn't straight up. At this point, January 9th, 2021, Bitcoin at 40,000, and then it dropped to about 30,000. Then again, Bitcoin rose to 57,000 and then dropped to about 46,000. And you can see this happened over and over again. And then from here, it dropped all the way down to about 30,000. At this point, everyone thought it was over, but then it shot up to 52,000, down to 41,000, and then again up to the $68,000, $69,000 range. Bitcoin's market cap is tiny, $549 billion. Even the market cap of the entire crypto industry at $1.2 trillion is very small. And when dealing with small assets, even if it's really good, it's going to be very volatile. Same thing goes for stocks. If we look at Amazon, one of the greatest performing stocks of all time, it was a very rocky road to the top. So you see, it's pretty hard to time markets, which is why I dollar cost average. And I want to show you something crazy. Even if you got into Bitcoin at the all-time high of $69,000, but you were dollar cost averaging, today you'd be in the profit. Because crypto is so new and so volatile, it is very difficult to time the market. It's even difficult to time bottom ranges. But because I dollar cost average, naturally, I end up buying Bitcoin at the bottom. And I'm not sure if we did hit the bottom. Maybe 16 or 17,000 was the bottom range. But because I dollar cost average, I was buying at that time. And I put out a video a few months ago of Andrew Tate stating loud and clear that the time to buy Bitcoin was now, at that time, around the $16,000, $17,000 range. So did Andrew Tate really call the Bitcoin bottom? Go ahead and watch this video to find out.
All right. I think you're getting what I'm trying to get at, that we're getting set up. And that the people who were involved in the real estate downturn of 2008 that cost a lot of people their lives and their livelihood and their wealth should be arrested. BlackRock must be taken down and scattered to the wind and allow a lot of these companies to go back to how they were, singular entities. Because this company is way too powerful on a global scale. And they have the onus and the possibility, the probability that it's 100% that they're going to be manipulating the economies of the world globally. Hold on. Globally. So with that being said, let me get out of here and go to the next video. Now, this one gives a description of what derivatives are. Now, I'm not a trader for commodities, options, futures. That's just nerve-wracking for me. And derivative, if you don't like, commodity trading, derivative trading is nothing but gaming on people. It just does. It's a shell game. The three card Monty. You remember that one where you had three cards and trying to figure out, or the three nutshells and trying to figure out where the P is under. That's all it is. It's just running game on people. But here it's a simple understanding of what derivatives are. I'm gonna run and play it.
Let's assume John sells oranges to George, who produces orange juice. A regular sale would involve George simply buying 500 pounds of oranges at the current market price of, let's say, $1 per pound today. But what if George doesn't need those 500 pounds today and instead needs them next year, but wants to pay today's price? That's where derivatives come in, which are basically contracts. Maybe George will commit to buying 500 pounds of oranges at a certain date next year at an agreed upon price of $1 per pound. So, regardless of what happens to the price of oranges, George promises John he'll buy at today's price of $1 per pound. If the price of oranges doubles next year, George will be very happy. If it drops by 50%, John will be happier instead. This is just one example. Derivatives can be a lot more complex. George can perhaps pay John $100 for the right to choose whether or not he buys at $1 per pound next year. Maybe they'll work something else out through derivatives. These instruments aren't good or bad. They're just tools. You can call them contracts. You can even call them bets, because each party is practically betting on a certain outcome. It all depends on how they're used. If used properly, they can make the world more efficient. If used recklessly, however, they can turn our financial system into a glorified casino and ultimately make it collapse. Energy.
Do I need to really? Do I really need to? It's a fucking gambling bet. Casino. It has no value other than what people put on it. It's not like a stock where, like IBM stock. They sell fucking computers. And they're constantly improving those computers, and therefore they're earning money, more and more, earnings per share. Derivatives is a game of chance. Now you can always look here. Here's another one for 10 minutes that really explains what derivatives are. I'm not going to get into it, but derivative trading explained. I just showed you what a simple one is, what a simple example of what that looks like, but it's more complex than that. It really is, and it's just not an option for the capitalist market to play with. It's just like junk bonds of the late 80s, early 90s. It's just like corporate bond bills and notes. Those can be good instruments because they have value behind them. But the junk bond market, there was no real value behind junk bonds. So I'll get out of here and go on to the next one. So here we have Larry Fink again. It says Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on anyone's currency. And this is how they're getting away with the murder. Decentralization. In other words, there's no Federal Reserve for America. It's just out there bullshit. It's decentralized. No one has any one control. But motherfucker, you're getting the control. It is centralized within your fucking hands, BlackRock. You understand what I'm saying? So let's see what he said.
So I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold in many ways. It's a instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear. Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative. I would call the foundation of BlackRock is about hope. You invest for retirement because you believe tomorrow is better than today. So I do believe the role of...
In other words, he's saying, gotcha. Shit. It's decentralized because no other country runs it, but it is centralized in their fucking hand. And all they're doing is just buttering people up and making them more relaxed about it and making them feel comfortable about it. But they are running a fucking scam and they're cornering the market. Let's continue. We'll get to this as soon as possible. So here you have breaking news from Kenny Nguyen, or whatever the hell his name is. Vietnam central bank governor just let me know over my phone interview with her. According to Governor Nguyen Thi Hong, however you pronounce it, all Vietnamese banks will utilize XRP for cross-border payments in the first quarter of 2025. Excuse me. And Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh already announced in the last meeting with the new president Luong Quang, go Vietnam. Woo! The reality sets in now. All Vietnamese banks will utilize XRP for cross-border payment. This is a setup. That's all I gotta say. And if you don't see it by now, you will by the time I end this. So let's keep going. Breaking. Russia publishes crypto laws and their own crypto who helped them make it. So let's see what they're talking about. It's a minute long.
Check it out. This is massive. Russia publishes crypto law, like one of the biggest countries in the world. And guess what? They're cracking down on Bitcoin. You are so screwed if you got Bitcoin. Right here, they're going to be able to track all your Bitcoin transactions. There you go. And look, here's a lie. Here's a big lie. Russia is advancing crypto regulations and developing a state-backed digital currency. Oh, really? Well, here's Ripple Russia. So they've been a partner for like 10 years. There's Ripple Russia there. There's the Ruble Gateway. It's already made. Their money is already made. Their crypto's already made. They're lying. Okay? I got the evidence right here. They had a crypto system since 2007. It's called Z Payment. And who helped them in 2009? Look here. Ripple Gateway talks about XRP being used in Russia since 2014. So the article's trying to tell you that they're advancing their crypto regs and they've already developed it. My name's Crypto Hulk. Watch my show and learn everything. Ready? Check it out.
There you go. We're getting played. And I'm here to tell you, if you thought that all of the past stock market crashes were bad, you ain't seen shit yet. This is the biggest, most dangerous, most economically devastating Ponzi scheme that's going to be run on the world. And somebody's going to be making a lot of motherfucking money. And I'm going to be one of them. But unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be hurt, just like they were hurt during the 2008 housing crisis. Let me get out of here and go on. It says, wake up. I kind of like this guy, you know, he really gets into it. It says, wake up. They're telling you to look this way as they change the whole system the other way. So let's see what he said.
There are three things that everyone should be focused on as we go into this new economy. To transition to a new economy, there must be a shock to the system to change consumer behaviors. First shock was pandemic 2020. The second shock is going to be the fear of World War III. After 2030, you're going to be in a brand new financial system. And as we transition to that new financial system, the largest asset manager in the world is three things. Number one is they're moving out of deflationary assets like the US dollar, things like Bitcoin, gold, silver, property. Number two is they're positioning themselves and investing in new infrastructure, the financial system. Number three is they're distracting the general public to look this way as they do a totally different scenario this way. As they do, not as they say. Find yourself. I'm a researcher. Zoom. Warriors!
Ah. I don't know, but I do know we're getting set up. All right. So let's move on to the next one. So now, as you can see, XRP is at the center of finance, and it's designed to control and rule the global financial world. You hear like I was saying, you know, all of the Bitcoin can be transacted within 10 minutes, but with XRP within 5 seconds. And you can see, I'm hoping you can see it. You got Apple Pay, you got Chrome, you got all of these companies that are going to be using XRP for their bank and international settlement and their ability to do what they do, as far as crypto goes, and as far as XRP goes with this ledger thing that they're talking about. Let's see. It says XRP Newsflash: a shooter company that are in transit and ready transact with Ripple Net, the global remittance mechanism of Ripple. So let's get out of here. And I really want to try to run through these. I think you're getting the idea of what's going on or what is happening. And here you have Chris Larson will become the first trillionaire in the world once XRP hits the price of 1,000. He has 5,190,000. Holy shit. Yeah, 5,190,000. Oh shit. What the hell? Oh shit. Oh no, 5 trillion. Okay. So I don't know how many that means he got 5 billion Ripple or XRP times 1,000. That would be 5,190,000,000,000. This is, man, fuck this shit. This is a setup. That's all I got to tell you. This is a setup. So now you're going to listen to this guy who is explaining Bitcoin. It's 6 minutes long, a little bit over. Let's hear what he said.
Chairman Crapo, Ranking Member Brown, members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Peter Van Valkenburg, and I'm the Director of Research at Coin Center, an independent nonprofit focused on the public policy issues affecting cryptocurrency and public blockchain networks. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the world's first cryptocurrency, and it works because of the world's first public blockchain network. What does Bitcoin do? It's simple. It lets you send and receive value to and from anyone in the world using nothing more than a computer and an internet connection. Now, why is it revolutionary? Because unlike every other tool for sending money over the internet, it works without the need to trust a middleman. The lack of any corporation in between means that Bitcoin is the world's first public digital payments infrastructure. And by public, I simply mean available to all and not owned by any single entity. Now, we have public infrastructure.
That's a fucking lie. BlackRock owned the bitch.
Structure for information, for websites, for email. It's called the internet. But the only public payments infrastructure that we have is cash, as in paper money. And it only works in face-to-face transactions. Before Bitcoin, if you wanted to pay someone remotely over the phone or the internet, then you could not use public infrastructure. You would rely on a private bank to open their books and add a ledger entry that debits you and credits the person you're paying. And if you both don't use the same bank, well, then there'll be multiple banks and multiple ledger entries in between. With Bitcoin, the ledger is the public blockchain, and anyone can add an entry to that ledger, transferring their Bitcoins to someone else. And anyone, regardless of their nationality, race, religion, gender, sex, or creditworthiness, can for absolutely no cost create a Bitcoin address in order to receive payments digitally. Bitcoin is the world's first globally accessible public money. Is it perfect? No. Neither was email when it was invented in 1972. Bitcoin's not the best money on every margin. It's not yet accepted everywhere. It's not used often to quote prices, and it's not always a stable store of value. But it is working, and the mere fact that it works without trusted intermediaries is amazing. It's a computer science breakthrough, and it will be as significant for freedom, prosperity, and human flourishing as the birth of the internet. And Bitcoin is just the beginning. If we can replace private payments infrastructure, then we can replace other private choke points to human interaction as well. Now, why should we want to build more public infrastructure? Why should we embrace blockchains over corporate intermediaries? Why should we tolerate their inefficiencies and work to make them better? Why should we want the pioneers of this technology here in the United States and not fleeing overseas? A simple reason. Because the corporate intermediaries providing today's critical but privately owned infrastructure are becoming fewer, larger, and more powerful, and their failures are increasingly grave. So roughly half of all Americans, 143 million people, had their social security numbers exposed to hackers because of a breach at Equifax. The SWIFT network has relayed hundreds of millions of dollars in fraudulent transactions because of hacked member banks in Bangladesh, Vietnam, Ecuador, and Russia. The FBI suspects now that the largest of these hacks was perpetrated by North Korea. Corrupt, low-level employees at an Indian bank, Punjab National, were able to fraudulently certify SWIFT messages, stealing $1.8 billion. It's the largest electronic bank robbery in history. In fact, it's the largest bank robbery in history. In October 2016, an estimated 1.2 million internet-connected devices were hacked and turned into a botnet that for several hours made prominent websites unavailable across Europe and North America, including CNN and Fox News, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal. Increasingly, physical machines are being connected to the internet to augment their capabilities. They're wired through servers that are owned and maintained by private and trusted intermediaries, the so-called Internet of Things. Pacemakers from St. Jude's Hospital have been hacked. Baby monitors from TrendNet have been hacked. And Jeeps from Jeep have been hacked to the point where they can be remotely commandeered and driven off the road. Now, those vulnerabilities are inescapable in systems that have single points of failure. It doesn't matter if the point of failure is a corporation or if it's a government. There shouldn't be a single point of failure. Similar choke points existed before the internet. If you wanted to deliver a message, you'd have to go through one of 3 television broadcasters or a handful of newspapers. Private corporations are essential, but no critical infrastructure should rely on 1 or 2. The internet removed single points of failure in communications infrastructure and ushered in a wave of competition among new media corporations building on top of its public rails. Blockchains can similarly disintermediate critical payments and IoT infrastructure. The technology is not yet ready to answer all of those questions today, but it is our best hope. And as with the internet in the 1990s, we need a light touch, pro-innovation policy to ensure that these innovations flourish in America for the benefit and security of all Americans.
Now, if I heard him right, and you guys can tell me yes or no, that Bitcoin highway and transfer of wealth from one to the other is a lot safer than what we were using before. I disagree. There are a lot of people who Bitcoin have been stolen and robbed by international thieves that have the wherewithal to break into your wallet, your crypto wallet, and steal it. So I'm not in favor of this. I'm really not, because I can see that this is a setup, this is a Ponzi scheme, and this is a pumping scheme, as happened with Bitcoin. That was a test run, if you ask me, in order to see whether or not it can hold value, and it has. And you can see all of the low points for crypto from virtually nothing, 0.00001 to $67,000 a coin now. And if you were blessed enough to get in that before it took off, then God bless you. But the idea is that a lot of top economic money managing people have said Bitcoin is a scam. And I'm one of them. So let's see where this leads to. So here's what I was saying. The average payment settlement for Bitcoin is 10 minutes. The average for Ripple or XRP is 5 minutes. 5 seconds. So which one are you going to go with? Of course, BlackRock's going to choose Ripple as the highway of financial transaction globally, and they might be able to get it down to less than a second. It is like this. So let me see. So yeah, so here it says that's 120 at Ripple transactions for every Bitcoin transaction. 120 Ripple transactions for every one Bitcoin transaction. So you're just taking 10 divided by 10 minutes divided by 5 seconds, you get 120 Ripple transactions. That's how they're coming up with that. All right, so we're moving pretty quick, but these are really short videos that I thought were really good examples of explaining what's going on. So hold on, let me see if anybody got any questions. Hold on, let's see if anybody got any questions. Oh shit. Oh, Rem. Ah, okay. Here we go. Hey, Cass. Hold on. I didn't think you were gonna be coming on, but we good. We good. What's going on, baby? Hello? Shoot to me. Oh, hold on.
I could hear you. I was in the back. I'm in the back listening
Oh, okay.
because I didn't
Okay.
know the other website, unless you want to put put it in the chat as far as what stream you're
Okay.
on. Because you gave me the
Okay.
StreamYard one. That's why I'm backstage. I mean,
Oh
I
shit.
really
Well, you
didn't
know
want to
what?
come up. I'm just listening.
Yeah, I didn't even do the introduction. Yeah, I'm always forgetting the introduction. But hold on. For all of
Yeah,
them, for all of the videos, an hour and 20 minutes. Let me do that introduction, and I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, we're right back. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. I might well just put that right there where I had it before. And when I start it, it'll start the introduction. Well, hold on. Let me check the comments and see what the heck is going on. Brother Donald, what's going on, baby boy? Good evening, brother. Okay, Willie. All right, there you go. Peace and blessing, brother Muhammad. Peace and blessing. Familia. WLS. All right. Don't think BlackRock is starting Bitcoin ETF and buying up Bitcoin for short term. They play, yeah, they played a long game, brother Muhammad. Brother Donald Muhammad. In my humble opinion, they are taking the derivatives and wealth of the old system into the yes, and it's clear to the world that the old system is free for all. You got that right. I'm gonna call it. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I'm gonna talk about that because we're talking about the old America, which was the maritime law. Now we're in land law, and that America um, is under land law now, and it's the Republic for America, not the United States of America. BlackRock is the government. United States is the corporation. You got that right. They got that shit on lock, man. Try to lack or pass legislation that doesn't have approval of black. You got that right. Money talk, bullshit rock. We have been set up in the present system as well, brother Isaiah. They literally create money out of thin air backed by nothing and charge its interest. You got that right. We have just gotten used to or comfortable with the present system of corruption that has enslaved us and robbed us of our wealth. Right. We don't have free market and or true price discovery in any market right now. As we speak, all markets are manipulated. You got that right. This will be the biggest manipulation ever in the history of the world. BlackRock, in my humble opinion, is simply taking the wealth of the old system and transferring it to the new. Yeah, yeah, I agree too, brother Isaiah. Let's see. And Sister Catherine, yeah, we found each other. Well, you know, you just got to click that link, baby girl. And let's see. Bitcoin is a store value digital gold. XRP is marketed as a totally separate use case, not to mention Bitcoin can be upgraded at any point. Yeah and no. But either one of these coins have no value. I just don't know. They're talking about a $900,000 per coin for XRP. How can that be? But you know, I'm trying to see it from your perspective and perspective of a free market trading, as we have done before, as we are doing now, where you got stock, you got bonds, you got commodity, all of these financial instruments. But now we have XRP and Bitcoin. I just don't see it happening. Just like with the tulip bulb craze, people were going crazy about that in Dutch land or whatever the country is, and you know. The value only holds when the next fool buy it. So if somebody buy it, if I buy it for 1,000, I'm hoping somebody will pay a hell of a lot more, like 10,000, and I'm out. So at some point, just like it did in the housing bubble, of which they called BlackRock called, and of the stock market in 1998, they made money coming and going. It didn't matter. But a lot of people got burned. So this is what I'm talking about. This XRP, this Bitcoin. Uh, if you got it, when you make money, get the fuck out and then put your money in gold and silver and just stay on that bit. Just stay on it. Because at some point, BlackRock is going to be broken up and these people are going to be going to jail. That's what I'm saying. All right. So, hold on. So now it says verse and Black Swan Capital. Once again, experts are outlining exactly what RippleNet is doing with its protocol, using XRP to bridge global payment systems, Russia, Africa, you name it, America, Taiwan, interoperability, including the BRICS. They keep describing XRP's role without naming it outright. The devil is in the detail. Listen closely. This is what I'm talking about. This is a fucking scam. This is a Ponzi scheme. Hold on.
I think there's far more consensus amongst the BRICS economies on the need for an alternative payment system, and this is partly the reason I think why there's more headway in terms of the technical discussions on the issue of this payment system. So the name for that payment system, the BRICS bridge, is something that is probably
Vámonos, ¿qué pasó? Oh. What happened? Hold on. Okay. What the heck is going on? Reload.
also going to change and evolve into a different name, because there are apparently some disagreements with respect to the name itself as well. But in terms of technicalities, I think what is crystallizing is probably technically feasible and is based essentially on a system that is already essentially operational and has been tested by economies such as United Arab Emirates, China, and some of the others that are involved in the so-called M-Bridge project. And this is a project that has been sponsored by the Bank for International Settlements and has been ongoing for several years now, has progressed significantly, and has shown that it is possible through the use of the central bank digital currencies, the so-called CBDCs, in making them interoperable and making them interconnected through a common platform, you can speed up significantly the transactions across the economies that are involved, reduce the costs, increase the efficiency of these transactions. And so the payment system itself can be not just an alternative route of sorts. Furthermore, even more importantly, it's going to be an improvement on the system that is operational now, in many respects outdated, and is in many respects also overburdened by the excessive layers of banking sector intermediation. Essentially, that system of a platform of central bank digital currencies deals away with a lot of the intermediary costs, and accordingly, the transactions are far more effective and cheaper and easier to track. So technologically, it is a superior kind of platform, a superior means of making these transactions. So accordingly, the creation of this BRICS bridge system is not just the creation of an alternative route for developing economies in terms of payment systems. It is potentially a contribution to the improvement of the global financial system. I think there.
Now that's what he says. All right. But in my humble opinion, we're just being buttered up and accepting this to be something normal, something progressive, something different. But it's not like the email. It's not like an internet. It's not like the change from touch tone, rotary dial to touch tone dialing. This is fucking with the whole goddamn economic system around the globe. And who is in charge of it? I can see if it was not one group, one person, one people, one company controlling it, that'd be totally different. And that we have governmental control. But there's no fucking governmental control in it, bitch. There's no SEC involvement in it. Why? Because BlackRock has a fucking fingers all up the ass of SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission. They're buying leverage. They're buying influence. And that cannot happen. That's treason against the United States for one group of people over the global majority. But that's me. So let's go forward. So now here you can see it says how. Now make it short and simple today. Number one, XRP could hit 48 cents to what it's already there. This was, hold on, I want to make sure. This was back in October 26th. What the hell are you talking about? Could hit 48 cents. Oh, it could go down, in other words. It is always expected to have a bounce from supports. So here, the support here, 48. That's 48 cents. Stand above blue support for 3 days, good to go for 66 cents. Resistance. Stand below 48, could go to 39, should go down. In both scenarios, XRP maintains the 5 Elliott wave. When you step back and see the structure, the orange resistance will be broken, and when it is, there will be no return. So in other words, it's going to be a hell of a price move and jump or bump. And that is looking at it right around here. Hold on, let me see if I can bring that up. Oh, here we go. That's about $6,000. $6,000 that they're looking at. So I don't know when that could be. No, here we go. We're looking at by the end of 2025, year 25, June, and you're looking at about a 6,000 per coin price right there. Uh, I'm going to take a guess just on my instinct because they put in this highway for Bitcoin to be so massive and so quick that BlackRock is going to get in there and do what they're going to do. Uh, okay, he said. Okay, hold on down. He says, I'm trying to see how you say we're being set up from crypto when we are in a system right now that creates money out of. You're right. How corrupt can you? You're right. You're right. Right. But the idea is that this is a whole nother corruption. That's 10 times. That's 1,000 times worse, man. And this is global. So if you thought, hold on, let me see. Yeah, let me bring up my Elias's crypto. So if you thought that, hold on. Oh, here we go. Now, if you thought that the 1929 crash, which lost 86% in value, and it lasted for 23 months, with a recovery of 129%. So if you held on to it, you got a 90, you got a 30% return on your money. And 37, 60%, all the way down here. The Corona crash, we don't know what that is. The 2008 financial crisis of the home crisis, it lasted 132 months. I don't know how many years that is. Somebody, please, if you know how many years that is, I wish they would have just did the shit in years. That'd be better. It bounced back 326%. So you're looking at about 280% return minus the 57% that was lost. All right. So let me go back. And we're wrapping it up pretty quick. 8:30, 9:30, 10, an hour and a half so far. So here we go. We got the XRP captain on X. Let me follow this guy. Says, boom, XRP is trading at $420 on private ledger. Now, this is what I was talking about, Sister Cassie. Bybit, and this is what I was talking about, Donald, Brother Donald, that it's a scam. On Bybit, it hit $37,000 per coin. A lot of people made a lot of money, but why is it not showing up everywhere? This is the scam that I'm talking about. And there was another glitch that happened. It went to $47,000 a coin, but it didn't show up on my fucking platform, Kraken. It didn't show up on Sister Cassie's platform, Coinbase. So hell, I would have got out and just been happy and bought gold and just sat on that bitch. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. That it's a scam. Somebody making money before the big hit before the big hit hits. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go to that. Hold on, I'm gonna go to Sister Cassie's WhatsApp and look for that. Hold on, let me see. Will you come on here? Oh, this is another one. Pump. That means that's a scam. Bitcoin 70,000. RLUSD will pump XRP 10,000. A pumping means it's artificial. They're creating a mass hysteria for the XRP to hit 10,000. They want the mass, not extra, want the massive amount of crowds see it at 1,000 and 2,000 and 5,000 and 10,000. They're going to keep going. What the hell is going on with this? Hold on. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Hold on. Oh no. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get in this. Yeah, what the heck is going on here? Boy. Let's see. I don't want to touch none of these buttons and then lose all of my information. But anyway, on Sister Cassie's WhatsApp, I put a video, not a video, but a capture of what was going on another trade that it got glitched up to $47,000 per coin. And you know that people are making money hand over somebody making money hand over fist, and more than likely probably white folk. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw that on the table. All right. So why is this here? Hold on. Okay. What the hell is going on here? All right, hold on. I'll get this resolved in a minute. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, so we're back. So you can see where it getting the word pumped. That's an artificial thing. So let me get out of here and go to the next one. And it says, boom, the World Bank has officially recognized the World Bank XRP as a stable coin. I'm going to look for that word, designed for cross-border payment. This acknowledgement is not limited to the World Bank. Other major financial institutions like the IMF, here we go. You know the IMF is bullshit, and the Bank of International Settlement, that's bullshit, are also classifying both XRP and XLM as stable coins. So hold on, I'm going to look for stable coin and see what the hell that means. I know what it means, but I'm going to make sure y'all getting the exact definition. So, stable coin. In light of this news, the company is gearing up to make substantial enhancement to the XRP ledger. That means BlackRock, aiming to increase liquidity and attract institutional investors. This surge in activity could channel hundreds of millions into XRPL tokens, particularly within the DeFi space. Imagine this scenario if at token CTF reaches a market cap of 20 billion, just half of XRP current value and around 1% of Ripple's anticipated investment in the XRP ledger, the price of each CTF token could skyrocket from 53 cents, that is XRP, to an incredible $748. And it says source blockchain operates on the interface of peer-to-peer servers. It is supposedly capable of settling a payment within stablecoin for cross-border payment 4 seconds. Remember, I was saying 5 seconds before, and handling 1,500 transactions every second. Each transaction costs 0.00000001 and requires a small fraction. Stable coin refer to a class of digital currency that are something shunned of XRP to be destroyed in the process. So who's making that money? Every time it gets bought and sold? BlackRock. Relatively stable in terms of their price. Stable coins offer something that was taken out, meaning the total supply of XRP decreases over time and instantaneously processing and security of payments as many is something theory. Maintains its value cryptocurrencies do. They also offer stability with respect to their parity against fiat currency. Two digital currency, by contrast, Stellar enables individual end users to trade something C's that fall into this category are Ripple Net native digital currency money or whatever I don't know, directly with each other across jurisdictions. So this is, to me, this is the setup. All right, this is a fucking setup. Why is it necessary to decentralize the economies of the world and have it run on a decentralized network propped up and proffered by the digital coin? BlackRock made a killing with the Bitcoin. They made a killing with the 2008 housing bubble. They made a killing with the stock market crash of 1998. This is bullshit, and I'm calling it bullshit. Now, stable coins. A stable coin is a type of cryptocurrency where the value of the digital asset is supposed to be pegged to a reference asset like gold, silver, platinum, which is either fiat money, exchange traded commodity, or another cryptocurrency. A stable coin is a cryptocurrency whose value is pegged to a reference asset such as fiat money, commodities, or another cryptocurrency. Learn about that. But you can look up cryptocurrency and what that is. But this is all bullshit. And like I said, we're getting set up for the kill. And 2029 will be, or before, will be the year of the economic downturn globally, 1,000 times worse than happened in 1929 and all of those other occurrences. And it's going to be around for maybe 15 years to 20 years to recover from the losses. That's going to be massive. That give BlackRock an opportunity to buy more. So you can see from the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, all of these entities were integral in the destabilization of the world, giving these so-called third world countries money, and they're making money off of that, allowing their countries' currency to go broke or to go down, and then they buy at the low point and make money when it comes back up. That's it. That's all what that is. So hold on. This is the last one. It says XRP Unleashed, new documentary revealing bombshells about the battle for control of the new monetary system. This is what they're about. They're about gaming the system and getting control. This is 2 minutes long.
To sue that crypto startup. The asset in question. PC is preparing to sue that crypto startup. The asset in question here is called XRP.
Jay Clayton drops this lawsuit on his last day in office, like mission accomplished.
We became convinced that this whole case was merely a show.
The SEC has become a rogue agency.
And our approach for the last several years has been just really a disaster.
Day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint
You don't need more.
The SEC came out and said Ether is also not a security.
We believe current offers and sales of Ether are not securities.
I also have, some theories as to some of the non-legal things that the SEC was trying.
He was also being paid as a profit-sharing partner from his law firm, Simpson Thatcher. That mission of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance was fulfilled.
Hinman has this unique personal financial interest. He could not be involved in certain matters because they benefited him financially. These two individuals are working at crypto firms that made very big bets on Ethereum.
Jay Clayton, in a couple of months, goes to One River, who benefited from this decision. You follow the money, paints a very clear picture. China's financial elite working U.S. financial regulators of the U.S. financial system to front run the new global digital financial system.
Who wins? That's the question here. Who wins? Because I think China wins.
Charles said the Chinese have been courting Vitalik hard.
All right, that's a wrap. So I'm gonna give my final comment. Oh, I want to make sure. Yeah, that was the last one. So let me get out of here and go back. Okay, stop sharing. Okay. So stop sharing. So let me see what Brother Donna was saying. BlackRock has taken over crypto like it's taken over our government. Very, very, very true. And then it says, I believe we have to start at the root, and that is all markets are manipulated, period. Corrupt markets are corrupt markets and should be identified as such. Very true. It's the latest wealth transfer, and BlackRock goal is to own everything. And you will own that. I'm about to say that. You will own nothing and be happy. That's man, Donald, you got it, man. You got it. So let me give the analysis. What I'm seeing is definitely a move that will make BlackRock trillions upon trillions more in dollars. All they're doing is just transferring this manipulative market known as crypto into firm, hard gold and silver assets. Excuse me. And with that being said, they are in control. They are a serious monopoly that should be deconstructed and taken down, and these people, Larry Fink, put in jail. They're manipulating the market. You can't do that. That's insider trading. That is manipulating the market for your own benefit and fuck everybody else. That's illegal on its own. I truly believe and I hope that we're going to see that Trump does something about this and make it on an even level playing field, and that he really takes down, or somebody takes down BlackRock and Larry Fink and the boys. Because if this continues, just like Brother Donald was saying, it is the latest wealth transfer, and BlackRock's goal is to own everything. You own nothing and be happy. Living Klaus Schwab of World Economic Forum stated. That's right. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up, and let's stay focused. If you're going to get into the crypto, do that, but be cognizant and diligent. When you see it go up, don't keep dreaming about it going to 10,000, 100,000, a million, a billion. At some point, that balloon got to bust, just like it did in real estate in 2008, just like it did in the stock market crash in 1998 and 1929. So we are in the roaring 20s again. And history is and will be repeated again. And hopefully people will get out. But I am sorry that the majority of the people who are so angst in making sure that they got their crypto and they keep going up and up and up and up, they're going to get burned. Because it's so crucial that when you do make your money, take the money and run, buy gold and silver and hold on to that. That's real money. It has always been like that. Will always be like that. I don't give a damn what they call it ABC crypto. And it can be done and handle the transfers between one party to the next in a nanosecond. It doesn't matter. The real money has always been gold, has always been silver, has always been platinum. So with that, be diligent, be vigilant, and stay on top of your financial situation. And take advantage of this situation with XRP and stay black. We'll see you. Or they can crash or raise the price of crypto at any time, just like any other market. Yeah. Trump is controlled by BlackRock, and thank Larry Fink for making him money. You got that right. But like I said, we got to take it upon ourselves to be vigilant and stay alert, take advantage of the situation, and move that money from crypto to gold and silver, brother down. But until next time, I'm out. Stay black.